Hey!
Callum!
I'm coming in with big energy.
Welcome back
Episode
to
12.
Fuck me.
Episode 12.
Welcome back to the Value Proposition Podcast, baby.
Can we get a thumbs up for the camera?
12 long episodes. 12 long episodes. Welcome back, baby.
Welcome back today to the moon.
We actually didn't catch up much in the last episode.
No, we didn't.
How's life been? What's been happening? Apart from Value Proposition Podcast.
I don't really know where to begin with that, Andy. I've told you a lot about my personal life.
We talked a lot about relationships in the last episode.
Yeah. That's also been on my mind a lot
It's quite
recently.
deep for me because
yeah.
I never.
But I wanted to know
your
your opinions on.
I never
that.
talk about that.
And I'm really glad we did.
Yeah.
Because it gave me a lot of insight into you. I have a very interesting predicament at the moment. But
Don't we all?
don't we all? Yeah. But that's given me a lot of clarity in my life. My personal life has given me a lot of clarity.
I think
I'll tell you that.
you both need to be working together. That's the biggest takeaway that I can take from the relationships I've had and what I want in the future. Anyway, this is a new episode.
Let me give you a little update.
Okay.
Because I want to also get an update from you.
Okay.
Work has been fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of things are fucking developing. I know that doesn't mean a lot to anyone, but it means a lot to me because I can't also tell you. I got a text just like 2 minutes ago, actually. The final message was, keep confidential.
Oh, some juicy information coming up now.
Yeah, this is huge, by the way. It's all about tokenization, baby.
Oh. You got to tell me.
I will tell you in
Of
private,
course.
obviously.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you guys. Sorry. But
And
also,
it-
keep
and
your
it-
fucking
and it-
ears
and
out
it's
and eyes
good.
out for that.
And it's good.
It's fucking huge news.
Oh, yeah.
It's someone or something with a lot of money.
I think I know who it is. Am I in the right area?
It's not it's
No. Wow.
bigger than that.
Really? Okay.
Bigger than that.
Great. Well, anyway, let's get into the episode.
Let's fucking dive in.
So, I don't know if anyone watched the... Callum!
I forgot we were on the podcast.
That's got to stay in, by the way. That is staying in.
I don't give a fucking shit, dude.
That is so funny. you idiot.
I forgot we were on the podcast.
So, in the last
That's
episode...
horribly embarrassing.
That's horribly embarrassing, but
I
that's
also
you.
could give a fucking shit. So.
That's you. Anyway, so in the last
me.
episode, Callum wrote the script for the last episode.
Yeah.
We didn't really follow it.
No, we didn't follow it at all, actually, because I didn't write any of that down.
How much did we cover on what you wanted to talk about?
Everything.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the first... I can't believe you just burped. So, first thing I've got here, welcome back to the show. Then I've got catch up. We've caught up. A couple
We
thoughts.
didn't catch up on anything.
What's something that's been on your mind? Tell me. Something that's been on your mind recently.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
I told you last night. We chatted about it for about 2 hours.
Yeah. I don't remember. When did we
You
chat?
gave me
about
good
it?
advice. You said to speak my mind.
Oh
Right.
yeah, about
Yeah.
yeah. I give good advice. What can I say?
Yeah. I took that to heart today. Already accomplished that task.
Good. Good.
Feels good.
Well, anyway, what is one piece of advice
Oh.
that you would give your future self? Can you? It
Okay.
sounds like a washing machine's going on. Can you hear that?
I know. I don't know what the fuck that is. Piece of advice
So a
for
lot
my
of-
future self.
A lot of people always ask, what's one piece of advice you would give your 16-year-old self? What's one piece of advice you would give your future self?
Stay patient.
It's great advice.
Yeah, stay very patient. Don't burp in public. That's a nightmare.
I can't believe you
That's a
did
fucking
that.
nightmare. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'd say stay patient. Like I already have you'll get everything that you want. Just wait. Just wait. It's all good.
I think patience is huge because I think that people aren't patient, and then what is funny about that? I think people aren't patient and want things to happen too fast, and then get bored and stop doing what they're doing because it's not happened fast enough.
Yeah.
And you need to be patient. Things don't happen overnight. Like, I always relate it back to being an estate agent, because obviously that's what I did for 4.5, 5 years.
Yeah.
But if you try a form of lead generation and it doesn't work in the first week, you got to keep going. Stay patient.
Yeah.
Things don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
If you decide that you want to start handing out flyers, it's going to take 6 months before you start to get phone calls. If you
100%.
decide that you want to start making videos, it's going to take 6 months before you start getting any business from making the videos.
Yeah.
You don't just post a video on social media and your phone blows up the next day with leads.
Not how it works.
It doesn't happen. You need to be patient. You need to be consistent. You need to stick with the process. And I think that in life in general, that was obviously talking about it from an estate agent's perspective, but in life in general, people expect things to happen overnight. Things don't happen overnight. It takes time. If things happened overnight, everyone that you see walking about would be a multi-millionaire. It doesn't happen. There's a reason. There's a reason that successful people are successful, and it's because they stick with the process. They're patient. They're consistent. They're disciplined, and it leads to good things. The reason that they're successful is because they're doing things that other people aren't doing. They're putting in the work where other people aren't putting in the work, and it pays off.
It does.
Stay patient, stay consistent, stay disciplined, stay motivated, stay driven, stick with your plan, and you'll be successful. It's a lot of things.
That's a fucking ton of shit. Good luck, guys.
But
it's true.
Listen,
it's all true.
but the thing is, it's so stereotypical. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Like, literally, if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not easy.
I used to say that about golf all the time.
It's not easy. It's fucking difficult. And you need to really weigh up the pros. Do you really want this? What do you really want from life? What do you really want from life? Weigh up the pros and cons. Like you said months ago, everything should have a business plan.
Yeah.
There should be everything that you're doing in your life. There should be strategy behind. You shouldn't just be doing something for the sake of fucking doing it.
No, you have to weigh it all up.
Weigh everything up. What's the pros? What's the cons? How is this impacting my life? Is this helping me get to where I want to be? If it's not, don't do it.
Yeah, and then it could allow you to take a lot more risk than you originally thought you were willing to do.
Yeah, but at the same time, is it risk? Is it risk? If you've weighed up the pros and cons, yeah, of course.
It's perceived risk, because you might weigh something up and go, oh, well, I really want this because I know what that might give me after I get it. And you have to figure out just how much you really want that thing. But also what might happen in the process of getting to that thing. It could be fucking turmoil. It could be fucking carnage. Who knows?
The thing is,
it'll be worthwhile.
Yeah, a lot of people
gotta weigh it up.
think that they want something.
Yeah.
They've got a goal in their mind that they want to hit.
Yeah.
If I was to sit down and speak to them, and actually speak to them and dig deep into what they want, they don't actually fucking want it.
No.
They don't want what they think they want.
No.
And you need to ask yourself the question, on a broad scale, what do you want? And then sit and think about it. Think about what it takes to get there. Think about the consequences it has. Think about the impacts it has on relationships. Think about the impacts it has on your life.
Yeah.
And sit and think about, do you really want that thing that you think that you want?
I think about that all the fucking time. Yeah. No, that's a very important piece. I don't know why I'm sitting forward, but kind of like
But
this.
people always say, oh yeah, I want X or I want Y or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you really want it?
No.
The chances,
Well,
they think they do.
They think they do. They've convinced themselves that it is a thing they want, but what they won't do is the work to actually get to that stage.
People always say, oh, I'll be happy when I get to X. I'll be happy when I get to Y. No, you won't. If that's your mindset on life and on things, you will never be happy.
No.
You're having a good look at yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I like this position.
So I can't believe you burped. So
I can't believe I did that either.
Here's a question. Here's a thought question. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, does it make a sound?
Yes.
It doesn't. It doesn't, and that's a fact. Because you know why?
Tell me.
Sounds are vibrations. So your ear, whatever, say the tree falls,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually make a sound, it creates vibrations. The vibrations then go into your ears, and that's what creates a sound. So if a tree falls and nobody is there to hear it or see it, it doesn't make a sound.
Wow.
Genuinely. A wealth full of useless information.
Don't really know what to do with that.
Okay, overrated, underrated.
Quick transition.
Overrated, underrated.
Okay, come on.
Callum,
hit me up.
McDonald's.
Overrated.
Trump.
Underrated.
Wonderbar.
Underrated.
Mark Cuban.
Rightly rated.
You need to look into him more. He's underrated as fuck.
Okay.
Pizza Hut.
Overrated.
Question-based selling.
Underrated.
Uber.
Underrated.
Elon, baby.
So underrated. He's the fucking greatest man that's ever existed.
Scotland. Be careful.
I know. I think it's a little bit underrated.
Jordan Belfort.
Way overrated.
Breakfast.
Underrated.
Jeff Bezos.
Overrated.
Condiments.
Underrated.
Lidl.
Underrated.
Tattoos.
So good. Rightly rated.
That's why I said I didn't even have that on my list.
Oh, you fucking.
That's why I
look
said
at
that. What does that say, actually?
you. Harmony and courage.
Wow. Harmony and courage. I've got something similar. I've got something that says
Yeah.
comfort and chaos.
I like that. Should be order and chaos, but whatever.
No, comfort. You need
No,
to find
it should
comfort.
be order. And
Why? How many tattoos have you got? Let's talk about tattoos.
1, 2, 3. Hold on. I got these ones. Let's fucking show these off.
What is that?
So this is a. It was supposed to be a poppy. It looks like a rose. A lot of people think it's a rose. I got it from my grandmother.
You need to get that redone.
I got this like fucking 8 years ago. But this is 117, which is the start of their address. 117
Oh,
Ravelston
wow.
Road. And then I've got another one up here.
What does that say?
Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb.
Awesome.
You know, show us yours.
I've got a lot of stupid tattoos.
I like your tattoos
My tattoos are...
on your leg.
I've only got tattoos on my right leg and one on my left leg. But
I like these ones.
most of my pretty much all my tattoos are on this leg. But yeah, a lot of drunk, stupid tattoos.
I haven't had a
I've
drunk
got
tattoo.
most of mine are.
No.
Apart from the big ones, but I've got a lot of like small sketchbook stuff. That one
Did
of
you
them.
draw them yourself?
No, I've actually given myself 3 tattoos.
That's horrifying.
3. I'll show you the ones I've given
Come
myself.
on.
So
Let's fucking see this shit.
this lightning bolt, I gave myself.
Well done. That's actually quite good.
This 7, I gave myself,
Okay.
and this arrow, I gave myself.
Nice.
I did it with a.
Why did you get the eagle? Do you remember?
I just liked them. So eagles fly above and alone. That was why I got the eagle. So all the animals I've got a stag, I've got an eagle, and I've got
Yeah.
a tiger, and I've got a dove. But the stag, the eagle, the tiger, I got because of the symbols of the animals. So if you search in Google symbols of those 3 animals,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very similar to those animals in a symbolic way.
Mm.
So that was why I chose those animals.
I love that.
However, the tattoos I gave myself, it was a stick and poke. So you like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you dip the needle in the ink
Yeah.
and you like poke it in your skin.
Yeah. Did it hurt?
I'm quite hard, so no.
What? Oh.
But no, was it sore? Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'd rather give the pain to myself
This
than
one-
have
this one
somebody
was
else.
painful for
I
me.
bet it was, yeah.
This is like, because this is like tender as fuck.
Well, down the shin bone, and like a lot of mine are like right down the shin,
Yeah.
and down the shin bone's sore,
Yeah, that would hurt.
and the back of the knee's sore as well. Like the antlers
Oh.
on the stag, right in the back of the knee was sore.
And when they were doing it, they outlined it first, obviously, and then they started filling it in.
Oh, 100%.
It
It's
felt
way
like
worse.
my armpit was burning.
Yeah. What's your favourite tattoo?
This one.
What does it say again?
Harmony and courage.
Harmony and courage.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
So
I think it describes me pretty well.
this one here,
I don't know
comfort
why
and chaos.
I said that. That's cool.
It's
your
all
favorite.
all the letters are overlapped.
That's cool.
So you would never know it said comfort and chaos.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I'm like edgy in that.
You're so fucking edgy, bud.
I'm joking. I'm not edgy.
He's not edgy at all.
No.
He's not.
I've got Doc Martens on. That makes me edgy.
Fucking Mr. Edgy over here. Yeah, we fucking walked past the store yesterday. You go, that's where I bought my shoes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I actually had these on because it was snowing. And
No, my mom shops there too. It's really nice.
Yeah, clearly. Oh wow. Yeah, you need to put them in the bin. Anyway,
I like these.
Anyway,
Fuck
moving
you,
on.
man.
Moving on.
Okay.
So, I've got some good points here that I am excited to talk about. Jeez, you need to stop that. So, Callum, I want to get your thoughts on this. Yeah?
I would love to provide you with my thoughts.
Great.
Let's begin.
So, we touched on this in the last episode.
Okay.
Or not the last one, the one before.
All right.
Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing when they start or where the hell they're going. Most successful people just keep trying shit and they never stop.
Yeah.
So, IKEA started as a pen. Nintendo started making playing cards. LG started as a facial cream. Samsung started as a grocery store. Lamborghini started as a tractor company.
That is.
We talked about this in the last
Fascinating.
episode. Just try shit.
Yeah.
Literally. Try stuff until you find what you want to do, what you're good at. There's not a limit on how many things you can try. It's unlimited.
There is unlimited things to try. And we've also talked about this previously in other episodes about how many times we've tried to do something and made a fucking mockery of it or didn't like it and figured something else out. But yeah, I mean, the Lamborghini one for me that says a lot. I mean, they were a tractor company,
But the
right?
thing is...
but like, think about how they had to evolve a symbol for tractors into $250,000 cars.
And more.
What a fucking evolution.
And more.
That's so fucking
I mean,
complicated.
Samsung started as a grocery store.
Yeah. Like, oh, where are you going? I'm going to Samsung to get my groceries.
LG started as a facial cream.
Yeah.
Nintendo started making playing cards.
I knew they had I knew they started out as playing cards. I knew
IKEA
that.
started as a pen.
Now that's a weird one. I didn't know that.
I just love this. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing when they start or where the hell they're going. The most successful people just keep trying shit and they never stop. I love that. I think you should live by that. That's a mantra that you should live
I agree
by.
with that. I do agree with that.
100%.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're doing. To be fair, we don't really know what we're doing.
But we
just trying.
aren't afraid to do shit.
No. Well, the thing is, who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? Like, what does it mean to us?
Realistically,
Like,
look at the universe. Look at the
us?
universe as a whole. You are insignificant.
So insignificant. And it's something that Alex Hormozy, I believe, said, and he's like, someone said it, and it was like, you know, once you're 3 generations down, no one remembers who you are.
No, he did say that. Yeah,
No one remembers anything about you.
he
And
said
it's only 3 generations. That's it. It's you know, generations like what, 20 years or something, 15, 20 years.
a generation.
Yeah.
Isn't it longer than that?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. It's not as long as you think. I think it's like 15 to 20 years. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, it's by the by.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But yeah, once you fucking get 3 generations, no one's gonna remember who we are. So, you know, we can fucking. Yeah, I would love to have a legacy that means something. It matters to me, but only to me.
The thing is, your great grandkids won't remember you.
They won't know what I look like except for a fucking photo.
Never mind anyone else. So why does it matter?
Don't know.
Try shit. Do what you got to do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of people judging you. And good things will come.
I think that segues very nicely into what we wanted to discuss with Scotland in general.
Yes. Scotland
at large.
as a whole. And to be honest, the UK as a whole, maybe disregarding London,
Yeah.
is very, very, very negative. No one wants to see anyone doing well. Everyone wants to pull everyone down. There's no drive. There's no determination. There's no There's just no get up and go in the
No.
UK, and I think that
People
one
are
thing-
cynical here.
one thing that the US does the American dream. You know, people talk about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
But there's a reason why people talk about it. Maybe it's not the same as what it used to be, okay?
Sure.
But there's a reason why people call it the American dream.
Yeah.
There's just none of that in the UK.
No.
People are so negative. They're so, for example, your great auntie wants to start a business. I can guarantee you, 9 of your 10 family members are going to tell her not to do it.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I think it's a weird thing in the culture. I don't know why. But it's the biggest. And when you asked me in the last episode, like, what the biggest difference is, like, it is that lack of optimism.
So what is the biggest? So you've lived in the States, in
Yeah.
Florida. You've lived in Scotland, in Glasgow.
Yeah.
What is the biggest difference?
It has to be the lack of optimism. Like in America, London is more similar to America because everybody, when you watch people on the street, everyone looks like they're going to the next meeting, the next thing that's going to give them something that they didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen here in Glasgow. Everyone looks, I mean, people walk at a slow pace in Glasgow, in my opinion. Everyone's fucking just crawling around the streets going, fucking figure it out later. In America, that's what all of America is like.
Well,
And I live in a small town in America. I don't live in a city in America.
there's purpose. People have
But
got purpose.
Everybody, for the most part. I mean, one of my good friends, he is a wealth management advisor, and he's like, I'm just gonna buy a bar,
Yeah, and he does it.
and he does it, and it's successful, and it's like it's a non-negotiable. That drive is just instilled, and I don't know why it's instilled or how it's instilled, because in school, you're not taught anything about business. You're just taught.
But it's just the mindset of the
I think it's
of the
just
general population,
yeah.
and we've actually not got time to even talk about this in this episode because I could sit and talk about this for hours and hours and hours. But society in the UK, Scotland specifically, is just backwards. It's backwards from politicians to news to business to school. Everything's backwards, and people aren't set up for success, and society isn't set up for success in Scotland.
No.
And it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame because
That's a sneeze.
it's such a lovely historic place. It's a shame. Anyway,
My dad calls it parochial thinking.
parochial thinking.
Yeah.
It's just small-minded. That's all it is.
Oh yeah. There's-
Small-minded.
Yeah, and I think that when I look at a city like Glasgow, there's so much potential here. There really
We
is.
said it yesterday.
Yeah, I look at Glasgow and I go, this place could be one of the best cities on the planet. But like you just said, there's too much red tape and there's too many fucking people in the way of making it great. Make Scotland great again. I think that's one of my end goals as well. Not to get too far off track here, but one of my end goals is to be in politics in some level.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got
I'd love to end up being like an
got
OBE or something.
zero interest
I
in
can be
politics.
an OBE.
My granddad was an MBE.
That's really fucking cool.
He was a boxing coach for the British Olympic boxing team, and he served in the forces. That was where he got his MBE.
Yeah.
So on his gravestone it says Norman Henderson MBE.
Because I think politics, as convoluted as it is,
That's where me and you differ a lot.
Yeah.
You've got time for that. I've got zero time for that. As in you could find enjoyment in something like that.
Yeah.
For me,
no.
I mean, you would make time for something like that. I would
Yeah.
never make time for something like that. Never. I've got zero interest in politics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in the way that it affects the economy.
Yeah.
That's as far as it
that's
goes.
as far as it
Just as far as it goes. I've
Yeah.
got zero interest whatsoever in the nitty gritty side of politics.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah. I've always had a fascination with it ever since I was young.
Why? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think it's a lot. Well, actually, I do know why. I think it's a lot to do with my personality. My personality craves helping, craves it.
Yeah.
And I think politics is one of the best ways for me to explore that.
Yeah.
How much impact I could have. And that's why I like some of the stuff that we are doing right now in business, because there's a massive political side to it with the tokenization. It might be the most important, and this is very important for people to understand. This could be the most important thing to undermine or cut out the knees these big businesses that take advantage of people. I fucking cannot stand that.
I know.
That drives
I'm with
me
you on that.
Fucking nuts.
I'm with you on that. And I think that...
So if Larry Fink's watching, fuck you.
I think that... I don't think...
I can't say that on
I don't
television.
think that people...
television? Podcast.
I don't think that people understand the impact that this tokenization stuff is going to have on businesses as a whole. I mean, we walked through a car park. I nearly said parking lot there. We walked through a car
Mr.
park.
American.
We walked through a car park yesterday, and I said to you, this would be a great business. Think of all these people paying. And I actually thought about years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, I looked at trying to buy a plot of land to build
like a parking center or something.
like a car park. And I mean, the amount... I did the numbers on it. The amount of money that you would have made was frightening.
Yeah.
Frightening. Once it's paid off, it's all profit. Everything. Everything that you get from that is profit. And there's people, if you pick a good location, there's always customers.
I met a guy who was from New York, and he owned the parking lot adjacent to the Buffalo Bills stadium. You can imagine how much money that family had. They've owned it for 50 years or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, once the land,
fucking crazy.
Once the land and the build cost is paid, literally anything you make is profit. There's minimal upkeep. It's concrete.
That's it.
It's concrete.
You pave it every 10 years, whatever the fuck it will be.
So, but yeah, we walked through a car park in Glasgow yesterday, and I said to you, "This is a great business."
Yeah.
And you said to me, "Tokenization."
Yeah.
I mean, the possibility is endless for tokenization.
Yeah.
Endless. Literally.
We can tokenize this podcast. Just saying.
Anyway, moving on.
We're not looking for investors. We're making too much money.
Yeah. VP Podcast to the Moon. It's a great logo, by the way.
So good. That might be the best logo made within 2 minutes.
I honestly think that it was less than 2 minutes.
I mean, I was impressed. Because I remember the day like it was yesterday.
Well, we were actually, let's talk about this. So we were stuck between yellow or like a light blue.
Yeah, it was some blue color. I think the yellow was a smart way.
I think the yellow's good.
I like the yellow. What do you guys think as the audience?
Should we have gone blue, or was yellow the right call? Vote in the poll below. But yeah, no, I like the yellow.
Wow.
I think it's an alright logo. I mean, you fucking slagged it off at the start, but I think it's okay.
Oh, I totally did. That's because it's fun to do.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
I was actually very impressed.
Good.
I don't remember what I was. I think I was taking a train or something.
Remember how we came up with a name? ChatGPT.
Yeah. Yeah.
ChatGPT has just revolutionized the way that we do things anyway.
I can't live my life without it. I ask it, what should I do today?
I want to get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
We touched on Steve Jobs in the last episode. Well, not the last one, the one before. But we didn't really talk about him too much.
Okay.
Steve Jobs said, "When fishermen cannot go to sea, they repair nets. In simple terms, even if you are not..." Let me start that again.
Redo.
Because I want to get a good clip.
God, okay.
Steve Jobs said, "When fishermen cannot go to sea, they repair nets. In simple terms, even if you are not doing your main thing, always do something which relates to your main thing." Now, the reason I brought this up is because this relates to us massively. Because everything that we try and do all feeds into each other.
Yeah.
And when I read that, I'm like,
that sums it up.
We're on the right track.
I think we are on the right track, if there is such a thing.
Well, there's not such a thing, to be honest.
Hypothetically, we are.
Hypothetically, we are.
Yeah, I really like that quote. He was such a fascinating guy, such a fucking smart dude.
Fishermen cannot go to when fishermen cannot go to
genius to think about, isn't it?
When fishermen cannot go to sea, they repair nets.
I wonder if he was the first person to say that, or if he was the second guy, because I love that. Now that I
So
learned
there's a
about that.
paradox.
Yeah.
There's a paradox
It
called...
was in the Chris Williamson.
Alex Hormozy said it.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it Alex Hormozy?
It was Alex Hormozy.
It's like
on
the
Chris
second
Williamson.
person paradox or
Yeah.
something like that. It's that the person who says the quote never actually gets credit for it.
No.
It's
So I
always the
wonder if he
second
fucking-
person.
Always the second person. Yeah. I think we are on the right track. And I'm interested to see what else we're going to add into the mix as time goes on. I can't wait to see what will happen in like 5 years, even a year from now, actually. Just fucking a year from now. You know, what else will we have added into the slew of things that we want to do?
The thing is, everything that we do just now, so for everyone watching, I don't know if we've actually ever broken down everything that we're doing just now.
I don't think so.
Should we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot from the hip, baby.
So, oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for a start, we both work full time
Yeah.
in jobs that we really love.
Yeah.
On top of that, we've got the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Great fun.
100%.
On top of the podcast, we've got Value Proposition Consulting, which is now we're going to be bringing out a course.
Yep.
Consulting for real estate agents, estate agencies. On top of that, we've got the tokenization stuff going on.
Yep.
Which
Big
is
time. That's fucking so exciting.
super exciting.
Oh, man.
On top of that, we've got another couple of things that we can't really talk about on the podcast,
No.
but they're super exciting as well.
Yeah. We got a book. We're going to publish a book.
You're going to publish a book. I'm not. I
was
mean,
gonna say
I
we.
can't take any credit for that. Callum's doing.
You've had a lot of
book.
influence on
Yeah,
the book.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I think the podcast has given me a lot of reasons to write something.
Well, I think that the podcast. I was saying to one of my friends not that long ago that if anyone has never done a podcast, or I mean, most people haven't, of course, but
No.
it's such a great way to get your thoughts and feelings out. I mean,
Yeah.
when else do you ever write down a couple of different topics
And
and
fucking-
sit and talk about them for an hour? You never do
Never.
it.
No.
Never.
No.
I encourage anyone. You don't even have to record it.
No.
You don't even have to record it. Write down 4 or 5 topics, sit with your friend, sit with your partner, sit with your mum, sit with your dad, and talk about these topics at length. Don't sit on your phone. That's rich coming from me. But don't sit on your phone uninterrupted. Sit down, talk about the topics you're going to talk about. You learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about the other person.
Yeah.
And you learn so much about the topic. Because the thing is, it's like layers of an onion. You just go deeper and deeper
You're
and
the
deeper.
Fucking onion, man. You love the onion. I love that sort of idea of structuring your life like an onion, peeling back the layers. I do like when you bring that up.
But the thing is, it's like when you're trying to sell to somebody, you always talk about the why.
Yeah.
Or we always talk about the why.
Yeah.
Why are they here? Why are they looking at buying what they want to buy? Well, dig deeper than that. Normally it's a superficial answer.
Of course.
Dig deeper than that. Then dig deeper than that, and dig deeper than that. Like it's like peeling back layers of an onion. It is, and then eventually you get to the root of the cause, and then that's what gives you the best chance of selling to them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just ask them why once and you don't dig any deeper, the
You're not gonna
chances
go
are they're
very far.
hiding behind something.
Yeah.
The chances of you selling to that person only asking them their why once is very, very small. If you can dig deeper and dig deeper and dig deeper and get to the root cause of their why, the chances of you selling to them is skyrocketed,
Agreed.
regardless of what industry you're in. Ask the right question.
Yeah.
Listen. Ask the right question again. Tailor your question to the answer they've given. Ask the right question. Listen. Do the same again. Somebody's real why is normally 3 questions away. Your dad taught me that.
Yeah.
Somebody's why is normally 3 questions away. If you can ask 3 questions back to back, tailoring your question dependent on the answer that they've given, it gives you the best chance of selling to them.
Yeah. Listening.
Listening. It's all about listening.
Yeah.
100. Well, the thing is, if I say to you, well, if I'm selling a property and I say to you, Callum, why are you looking at a 2-bedroom house in Dundee? Oh, because I need a new house. Most people would just be, oh, okay, well, perfect, let's go.
Oh, fantastic. Let's fucking
Well,
go.
well, why do you need a new house? What's got you thinking that
Yeah.
you need a new
What's
house?
wrong with your current house?
Exactly. What's got you thinking that you need a new house?
The areas of dissatisfaction.
Well, then they start telling
Yeah.
you why they're thinking they need a new house.
Yeah.
You know, and then you dig deeper and deeper, and you tailor your question based upon the answer that you're given.
Yeah.
And honestly, salespeople, this will skyrocket your sales. Honestly, it's unbelievable the difference that it makes when you're genuinely. They then think that you're great because you seem genuinely interested in them.
Yeah, and there is a certain level of interest that you already have.
Of course.
We're naturally curious people anyways.
Yeah.
So we want to know because we actually want to help them. It will make a difference.
Definitely.
Well said.
But ask the right questions. Sales isn't a game of talking, it's a game of listening.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Right.
What's next?
Wouldn't you want to know?
Wouldn't you want to know, weather boy?
I've got here written down here the universe quote. But here's one for you. Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning. Winners work as hard as possible and still worry that they're being lazy.
Yep. Perfectionism.
Thoughts?
I think I worry about that myself quite often actually. Am I actually doing enough? I don't know if I am at times, but I'm not trying to get too philosophical or too emotional about it. But I think that I often go, am I doing enough today? Am I maxing out the day? Have I planned it properly? What should I be doing tomorrow that's probably going to be better for me? If I get to the end of the day, I go, okay, well, what did I do today that I wasn't really happy with?
What's the 1%?
Yeah, where did I lack?
So for somebody who maybe is struggling with finding a 1% every day to get better, where should they start?
Morning routine. That's where I'd start.
Why?
But that's where I have started. The reason is because I want to give myself those easy wins where I go, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And I know we fucking talk about Atomic Habits, James Clear. We should be fucking getting paid for this.
I know.
But it is. I pay a lot of attention to what am I doing in the morning. It's actually in my book. A very important piece is the morning routine. How am I going to?
So then, I mean,
I know that's a weird thing to say.
For me, I mean, I agree. I believe in a morning routine as well. I believe in routine, full stop. Not just morning routine, but I believe in routine. But why is that important? Why do you think that's important?
Well, let me tell you, Andy. Firstly, I think it's important for structure and some sort of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are basically the same. I think we actually talked about that before. Structure and discipline, very similar.
Yeah.
And then holding yourself accountable. I always ask myself, am I sticking to the promises that I've made to myself? And I wonder constantly, am I doing those things? So one of them would be, am I waking up in the morning and taking 10 minutes of my time to just sit there and think, how would I like my day to go? Right? Very broad question.
Yeah.
And then I think about all the things I want to accomplish in the day, and I go, okay, let's just stick to those things. I don't need to do any more. It's like basic day, right? Wake up, fucking check my emails. This is after whatever. Check the emails, send out emails, check to see who might need me at that day or whatever, and run through the list of all the things I might want to accomplish. Go to the gym, eat something healthy for lunch, whatever the fuck it is. But hold myself accountable for those things and accomplish them. And I feel pretty good at the end of the day, normally. Yeah. Now, there are some days where I slack and I'm like, okay, well, this is a cheat day and I can give myself 2 hours to watch some fucking dumb video or,
You know what I was going to say?
Oh, no. That's terrible.
So I was thinking about that. I was actually thinking about this the other day. So I got back from Dubai on Friday. I got back at like 10 o'clock. I went to bed. I woke up in the morning and I was feeling a bit shit. Now, bear in mind, I hadn't drank for like 13 weeks. Yeah. I then drank for like 5 days, 4 days straight, like literally.
Yeah.
And I was feeling a bit sorry for myself. And I felt like I just felt a bit shit.
Yeah.
And I'm lying in bed. I'm like, no, I don't want to get up. It was like 9 o'clock. And normally I wouldn't sleep till 9 o'clock. But I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, I just feel shit. Like, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
And then I just brought myself to get up. And then I remembered all the things that I'm doing in life. Like, I almost, because I hadn't worked for like 4 or 5 days, I almost forgot about everything I was doing. And I felt like I almost never really had any purpose, and that was why I was feeling a bit shit.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I'm like, I've got so much going on. I need to get up. I've got shit I need to do.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my mindset totally changed, and I felt great again.
Yeah.
Because when you've got purpose, you feel good.
Yeah.
And honestly, you've no idea how fast my mindset changed to, oh, I'm feeling like shit, I don't want to get up, to holy shit, I need to get to work, I've got so much I need to do. It was literally in the space of like 2 minutes. And when you're feeling a bit shit, I think that a lot of the time it's because you've not got a plan, you've not got a goal, you're not working towards something.
No.
When you're working towards something, you've then got purpose.
Yeah.
You've then got a reason to be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that that's huge. You've honestly, Callum, you've no idea how fast my mindset changed. And I'm like, holy shit, I better get up. I've got so much I need to do.
That's so
and then I
interesting.
felt great again because
Yeah.
I had purpose. I felt like when I was lying in my bed, I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel good at all. And then it was like that. I'm like, shit, I've got so much to do.
Like a common thought that you have first thing in the morning? Like, do you ever think
No, but you
of
know
anything in particular?
Not really. But
No.
before we get on to that,
Okay.
it reminded me of a quote that I heard once. And it's a guy talking about, somebody asked him, why do you get up so early? And he said, if you were heading where I'm heading, you'd be up early too.
I have heard that quote. It's fucking so good.
How good is that?
That is
if
good.
you were heading
That's
where
scary good, actually.
If you
That
were
gives me the
heading
fucking
where I'm
chills.
heading, you'd be up early
Yeah.
too. And that's now, since that day that I was lying in my bed feeling shit,
Yeah.
that's been my thought process, is if you were heading where I'm heading, you'd be up early too. We've got shit we need to do. Get up, let's do it.
We could end the podcast right now. That's how good that quote is.
That is so good.
Like,
why do you
fuck
get
me.
up so early? If you were heading where I'm heading, you'd be up
God
early
damn,
too.
that's good.
I love
Oh,
that.
man. Wow.
But it's
Let's
so
let that fucking
powerful.
sit in the air for a little bit.
It's so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, find your purpose in life.
Yeah.
If you find your purpose in life and find your why, like we talked about,
Yeah.
you will get up early.
Yeah. No, you will. Your life will change immediately. It's the approach. It's top to bottom. It's your outlook. It's your thought
I
process.
used to always. So this is quite a good kind of topic to touch on. But people used to always say, to make money and be successful, you need to work hard. And I'm
Yeah.
always like, I used to always be like, well, I've not got. Where's the work? I'm happy to do the work, but where is it?
Yeah.
We've now got an abundance of work.
Yeah.
And now, because I've now found my why and my purpose, we know where the work is.
Yeah.
And we've got so much of it.
Yeah.
And I could work for 7 days, 24 hours a day, and probably not get through the shit that we need to do.
No.
And we've now got the work.
Yeah.
It's just grinding and smashing it out in order to get to where we want to be.
The grind, baby.
But people used to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
like, you need to work hard in order to make money or be successful. And I'm like, but work hard at what? Like, I've not got anything to work hard at. We've got lots of shit we need to work at.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting time in life when you're trying to figure out what that work is. Like, I'm looking for more. You're that weird period right before you get into something, and we're where we are right now, where you're like, okay, I'm ready. I remember that was the first thing that I was like, when I first got into sales, was like, okay, I'm ready to talk to people. Like, I want to fucking go. And it was like, I'm looking for more, but I wasn't able to get more yet because I needed to learn a bunch of things. But then as soon as I got what I was looking for, which was people to speak to, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
Every single moment I had was, how can I formulate a better email? Well, okay, this person checked it. And and HubSpot, right? It tells you every time they open the email. And I would fucking sit at my phone and be like, oh, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
This person opened it 6 times. Well, now I know exactly what to send to them next time. It's
Yeah,
like,
of
fuck it.
course.
And then you just keep going. You don't stop. Well, I didn't, because it was addicting.
Yeah.
It was addicting to keep doing that and to figure out, okay, well, I know that if I keep going in this direction, I will sell more homes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, I think for salespeople as well, like, I think that my audience, certainly before we start this podcast together, my audience was predominantly real estate agents.
Yeah.
And for a real estate agent, a lot of people will say like, oh, well, but I don't know what work I need to be doing. There is endless amounts of stuff that you can be doing. If you've not got any work to do, record videos. Sit, record videos, go live on Instagram, hand out flyers, door knock. You learn so much about yourself when you start doing these types of things.
Yeah.
And if you're a real estate agent and you're sitting there thinking, what can I do to get more business? You know what you need to be doing. You're just not doing it. One quote that I love, Chris Williamson talks about it. The magic you're missing is in.
I think I know what you're trying to say.
You know what?
I know exactly.
What is the quote? Is in the hard work you're avoiding.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think it might
The
be
magic
exactly
you're
that.
looking for is in the hard work that you're avoiding.
Yeah.
And it's so true for like anyone in sales. Like, you know what you need to be doing, especially like real estate agents when you're trying to grow your personal brand, and you need to be posting videos. You need to be getting yourself out there. At the end of the day, for me, when I was selling houses in Dundee, I wanted people to think about, whenever anyone was talking about property, I wanted them to say Andy. I wanted them to think about me. Whenever anyone talked about property, I wanted them to think Andy's the guy. And the way that you do that is posting videos on social media, getting out, networking, speaking to people, handing out flyers, door knocking. Now, you don't have to door knock with a purpose of trying to sell that person's house, but get out, knock on the door, speak to the homeowner.
Yeah.
They might not be looking to sell the house, but their cousin might be, or their friend might be, or their mum might be. And it's getting yourself out there. There's so much that you can be doing. So much that you can be doing.
Just don't avoid it.
No, the magic you're looking for is in the hard work you're avoiding, and it's especially from a real estate agent's point of view. There's so much you can be doing. Don't sit on your hands and wait on the business coming. Go and fucking grab it by the balls and get it.
Yeah.
Like really, there's so much you can be doing. And if there's any like real estate agents that are watching this, send me a message. Send us a message.
Yeah.
Like, that's our background. We've done it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to help anyone who needs help.
Yeah.
I want
And
to see people doing well.
I don't know UK property as well as you do, but if I hadn't known you and I just stumbled across your Instagram page, I would immediately relate that to you're a trustworthy representative for me if I'm looking to sell or buy.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that you've done really, really well, is creating your brand in a way that's very relatable. You're well spoken, you're easily presentable, and you want to do the right things for people.
Yeah.
And you see that through your Instagram.
But I think that's where video comes in massively. Like, you've no idea how many times I sat down in somebody's property and started speaking to them about selling their home, and they said to me, you know, Andy, I feel like I know you.
Yeah.
But that's because they've heard my voice.
Yeah.
They saw my face. They feel like they know you because they've seen your videos. Your personality comes through in your videos. So when you sit down, honestly, you've no idea how many times people said to me, Andy, I feel like I know you. It's weird. And I'm like, yeah. but then straight away we've talked about it. Sales is about two things, trust and theatre. And the trust is there from the start.
Yep.
If they've seen your face, they've heard your voice, the trust's there.
Yep.
All that takes is a couple of videos on social media every week. Literally, that's all it takes.
Pretty much.
It's not hard.
No. Don't fucking avoid it.
No.
Grab life by the balls.
Just grab anything by the ball. Wow,
Okay.
Bitcoin! Oh my god, Bitcoin hits 100k for the first time ever.
No fucking way. Wow.
Oh my god, that's a milestone. 10 hours ago.
I'm checking my account.
Oh god. Grow up.
I can take you out for dinner.
My crypto account is up like 400%.
102. It's almost at 103,000 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking unbelievable.
Do you want to
Anyone who has some Bitcoin,
do you want to leave
please make an investment.
Do you want to
into-
leave on a thought?
Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know.
Yes.
I like the quote that we talked about.
Which one? In the last episode.
No, in this episode.
Which quote?
The one that we just talked about.
Okay, no.
Why do you get up so early? If you were headed where I was heading, you'd be up early too.
Yeah. I'm
Find
gonna
your
have to think about that a lot more. I don't have
the
necessarily
thing,
an
the
answer
way
yet.
that I would relay that to anyone is find your why, find your purpose, and you'll get up early too. But honestly, the way that
Yeah.
my mindset changed that morning was unbelievable, and it was in the space of like a couple of minutes. And it was just like, I remembered I've got all this shit that I need to do. Like, get up and get it done.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I remembered that I had purpose and I had shit to do. I had work to do and I had
Yeah.
to get it done. And then my mindset changed from feeling sorry for myself to, holy shit, I better get to work. And I was so much more positive, so much happier.
Yeah.
Just because I remembered that.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling a bit shit, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, find your why, find your purpose and work at it. And it gives you something to work towards. And if you're struggling, let us know.
Please. I'm always a very kind listener.
Yeah. Callum, it's been a pleasure.
Andy,
That was a good episode. I enjoyed
this was
it.
fucking brilliant.
I enjoyed
Thank
it.
you for your insights.
Value my insights?
Yeah.
Your insights?
No, your insights.
Let's get a good clip. Value Proposition Podcast to the moon, baby.
Fuck yeah, baby.
See you in the next one. Oh well.